signed autographed book sold for I got 43 book orders on Whatnot and 21 book orders over on eBay. Guys, I have a very, very busy day of shipping. What's up, guys? Beard King Picker, full-time book reseller. I just recently dived into the world of Whatnot, sticking to the book theme, selling only books over on Whatnot. This is my second show. We did 43 books for a total of $175. Pretty happy with that for my first show. Moving a lot of books very, very quickly. Gave out some great deals. We're going to jump into that and show you guys what I sold over on Whatnot. And also over $1,112 over on eBay for the weekend of all books as well. So great weekend of sales, but now I got a lot of shipping to do. Right here in these boxes I have all my Whatnot orders. We did it all. We ran everything by weight. So we have 1 to 2 pounds in this box right here. Actually 2 full boxes. You can see all those books in there. Then we had a 2 to 3 pound setup here. Actually never even got to any of those books. I ran out of time. It was during a raid train, so I only had an hour, so I didn't even run through all the books I planned to do. We got 12 to 15 ounces in here. Sold about 4 of those books, but I want to show you guys the special Easton Press Franklin libraries that we did run for this show. Make sure you guys give me a follow over at Beard King Picker on Whatnot so you don't miss deals like this. Brand new, sealed Charles Dickinson. Great Expectations. Sold this on Whatnot. I think it went for like 14 bucks. So a great deal on that one. More leather-bound books. This one is a Franklin library. Beautiful, beautiful books. Another Easton Press book right here. The red and the black. This is a collector's edition. Very, very nice leather-bound book. Vanity Fair Franklin library. So I did preload these ones that I'm showing you now before the show happened, and everything else was a mystery item, but I wanted to have pre-bids on these items, which we did have on the Easton Press, the sealed one I showed you guys. So that definitely helps to hook people to come into the show, and then they'll be surprised on other things that I ran. It was mostly all vintage books that we did run during this show. It was the Paper Gold Raid Train, The Trials of Aaron Burr. Picked these up on the last big buyout that I did. A lot of legal books. This is from the Noble Trials Library. Really cool looking books. Here is a Flame Tree book. Check that cover out right there. Epic Greek Myth Tales. Really cool looking one right there. Robin Hood. This is a Barnes & Noble special edition book. Look at that shine on that one. Beautiful, beautiful book. Another Franklin library. Great cases of Sherlock Holmes. Here's another one of the Trials library. And last up, The Mysteries of Edwin Drood by Charles Dickinson Franklin library mystery book. Really, really cool cover. So that's all the really nice higher end books that we did sell. And I was really happy with the results of our second full book show. So make sure you check me out on Whatnot so you don't miss any of these deals and deals that I'm giving out on these books. Now we're going to jump into eBay. Our next we have Winston Churchill. This is volume 1 and 2 all in one book. Got this at the last big buyout that I did. This one sold for $16 on a best offer. The Last Lion. Okay, so I did sell 2 Hulk Hogan items this week. Did not list these to try to make money off his passing, so rest in peace. These were already in my store before he did pass away. First up we have the WrestleMania with him on the cover and Vince McMahon. And then we have Hulk Hogan, signed by Hulk Hogan, Hollywood Hulk Hogan book, signed book right there. This has been in my store for a while. Sold right when the news broke. I had no idea about it. My buddy actually messaged me and said, what the heck happened? And I didn't even know about it, but I did get this sale, so it did make sense. So the DVD sold for $13.49. And the signed autographed book sold for $107.99. It was currently on sale in my store when it sold. To Daniel, Hulk Hogan, Again, rest in peace, Hulk Hogan. I grew up watching wrestling and Hulk Hogan was my idol. Alright, here is the sale of the week. Horn of the Hunter in its slipcover. Again, bought out from the big collection that I did buy. This book right here sold for $243 plus shipping. Horn of the Hunter. Again, from the same collection. Big book set of 4 books right here. Notable Historical Trials sold for $44.55. Gotta get really good lighting on this one. Check that out. Again, from the same collection of books that I bought. Now, this is a heavy one. Beautiful, beautiful book set right here. This is really, really heavy. See what this one went for. Okay, right there. Sold for $100. Man, that was heavy. Let's do some lighter books for a second here. We actually have a comic book, Venom comic book. This one, guys, glows in the dark. Pretty cool cover. Sold for $8. That is what it looks like when you turn the lights off. Glow in the dark comic. Silent Spring from 1962 paperback. Sold for $13.45. Another vintage paperback book right here. Sold for $19.99. So 2 more Bibles. We sold 3 Bibles this weekend. One right here from 1901 Holy Bible Revised Version American Standard Edition 1901. This sold for $36. And then we have the Common Prayer Book sold for $13.49. Nice looking cross on the cover there. Good condition on that one. Alright, so we're going to get back into some heavy books. We got a set of 2 books in a slipcover. The War and the Revolution. This is from 1952. Sold for $22.49 plus shipping. We got a light one. Let's do that. This is really cool one. Again, the next 5 books are all from the same big collection of the buyout. This one is cool in the slipcover. Look at the cover on that. Folio Society. Never had Folio Society books in my collection, so this is the first time I've got a few. Already sold a handful of them. This is The Spy Beside the Book. John Yardley. Watercolor, so this is an art book. Could have bought it brand new for $29.95, and in Canada they wanted $44. Poor Canada. Oh, Canada, your books are too expensive. But this is all watercolors. Sold for $20. The Dream Come True, Great Houses of Los Angeles. In none of my dreams do I ever wish to own a house in Los Angeles. Would hate to live in the LA area. Unfortunately, I'm sure a lot of these houses in this book might have got burnt down from the last fires I had in LA. There are some beautiful, beautiful homes in here. I mean, I would take this. I just wish it was somewhere else, not in LA. Looks like the Addams Family house or something. I wouldn't be able to afford it, but maybe I could afford this tree house in LA. Probably only $1 million for that. But let's see what we did get from this one. And I'm glad this book collection is selling because I did pay up for it. $1,300 what I have wrapped up in a lot of these books. I was trying to wait. I was trying to get the most money out of the books for Q4, and I was trying to wait not to put them on sale. But sales did get a little bit slow, so I put 10% off on a lot of the books from this collection. And then if I had watchers on them, I sent out another 10% off. So I let a lot of them go for 20% off. This one sold for, man, not that $75. That is a different book. $26.95. Alright, here's the book that sold for $75. And I rather have a home in this area. History and Homes and Gardens of Tennessee. Big coffee table style book. Sold for $75. History's Home and Gardens of Tennessee. Got this from the same collection. Right out of Tennessee. $75. Again with another big coffee table book from the collection. $26.99 for this photography book. Glad to see these big ones going because they do take up a lot of space. All photography, black and white photography. Really cool book. $26.99. Stick around to the end of the video. I'm going to go over the numbers on this collection and see where we're at, how close we're getting to at least getting our money back, and then slowly getting into the profits. Dave Ramsey Generation Change is a brand new sealed box set from Dave Ramsey. Shout out to Mary. She'll know. This one sold for $22.40. Had this in the shop forever. Never thought I was going to sell, but it did sell for a full asking price. Worth every penny of $22. Guarantee that. I'm going to go run some numbers real quick and then we'll show you the last book, but I'll let you guys know where we stand on this book collection. Alright, just ran my numbers on all the books I've sold so far. We're at $627 I've gotten back from that book collection so far. Like I said, I paid $1,300 for everything. Still have books to list, and there's a lot of, I've been holding off and waiting to list the really high-end stuff, which are big book sets that will bring in a couple $100 each. So getting excited. I'll keep you guys updated on how much we end up making from this collection over time. And we have one more book to show you guys. Technically a magazine, vintage magazine, Architectural Digest magazine. Found all these at an estate sale. Made a killing on these so far, and I still have so many left. This one is from 1957 and it sold for $30. Amazing condition from being from the 50s. One of my better pickups that I did buy. I've already probably 5x my money on this deal. So as always guys, keep on picking, keep on flipping. Beard King out. Also guys, make sure again that you go follow the Beard King Picker over on Whatnot Book Shows Weekly. See you guys there.